if one of you do pick this, you're crazy. Because
I thought it was gonna get interesting.
So should I start? We're doing favorite consoles.
Yeah, let's set the room just a little bit though, because for folks tuning in this week, we're welcoming back a good friend of ours, Doug Eberle, to the show. You might remember, you might remember our friend Doug. He joined us to talk about some Seinfeld memes way back in season 1, very beginning. Came back to talk about the games that made us.
Still season 1.
I know it is still season 1. Damn it!
This has been going on for.
Are we in season 2 right now?
No,
we're still season 1.
You're here with you're
so
on the ground floor.
Season 1, and then season 1, and here we are in season 1.
Season 1.
So you're like John Goodman on SNL. You have been on the show now. This will be what, 4 or 5 episodes that you'll have been a part of. Like you've.
Whoa, that happened very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. We're like a very clingy relationship partner, Doug. We just keep bringing you back. Like, nope, we need Doug. Need Doug.
And it's been less than a year, and here you are thinking you've been around forever.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Obviously, the folks listening in have enjoyed you being on, and we enjoy you being here. And today, we're going to be visiting our favorite consoles. Now, there's no crazy criteria that we have to go by here. You can be a portable console. It can be a standard, TV plug-in console. It doesn't matter. We're just here to talk a little bit about some of our favorite devices. So who wants to kick things off?
Nose goes.
I'll go. I'll just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So I'm really only picking this one because I don't think anybody else is going to. I don't want to steal your consoles. So the one that meant the most to me in my life ever was a Sega Game Gear.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's both a sad story and a happy story. So I think I was like 9 or 10, and my NES was kind of starting to fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
And all the kids in my school were talking about Genesis, and I was like, I really need to get one of these Genesises. So I'm asking my parents for the Genesis, and then it's my birthday. There's this Genesis-sized box. I open it up. I see the Sega logo, and I'm like, holy shit, it is Genesis.
I'm one of those kids now.
Right? And I keep peeling, and it is a Game Gear.
Oh, I'm one of those kids now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, okay, all right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So for the next year, I still had my NES and I had Game Gear. The cool thing about this is that there were so many great games on it. I didn't want to play with my siblings anyway, and I just learned to really love it. I had like X-Men versus Sinister Six. I had Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is different than the Genesis version.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar's Palace I had on there. It was a fun game to just play by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about? Did you have Tasmania by chance?
I didn't. I got that for Genesis later on. I actually still own it.
Oh, Tasmania for the Game
and
Gear.
I had like the Space Tasmania one too.
Oh god,
Tasmania is a great game.
For the Game Gear? No, not for the Game Gear.
On Game Gear. Oh, I had. You know what I had on Game Gear, which is different than Genesis, but was so good. Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
Aladdin was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. And so it's like people always talk about the battery life in the Game Gear, but I didn't really, I didn't take it anywhere. I mainly just played at my house, and so like I would just keep it plugged in. I would, go under my sheets at night and just, I'd be this blue glowing blob, and I had like all these accessories. I had like the super magnifier thing that went around it.
Yeah.
And like even like some like grippy case that went over it.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
just like a rubberized case. Yeah.
Out.
right? And like I had like a little bag where it fit in perfectly, and then there was a little slots for little tiny cartridges, and the little cartridges, they felt like they were like a microchip in a movie. And you were trying to like hide from the bad guys. You know, you could fit it right in your pocket, and had the graphics on them look sick, and it was just. I ended up loving it immensely, and then even when I did get the Genesis a year later, I still played Game Gear all the time, and I just basically played it until it fizzled out, and it would always just be my favorite because of like I was kind of like forced into loving it, because I didn't really want it. I was kind of disappointed at first, but it ended up surprising me.
Wow. That's a great story.
The-
I definitely didn't choose the Game Gear, so I don't know about the
I
rest
knew
of you
nobody
guys.
chose the Game Gear.
Okay, the
If
Game
I
Gear.
pick my second favorite, which is a Genesis,
Nice.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody will pick that.
What I loved about the Game Gear was that when you said like the secret agent thing with the case, most kids didn't have everything that went in the case because you could buy all of the individual stuff that went in, like the battery pack that was like this cool looking, almost like a ghost
like
trap
an extra
thing.
battery.
Yeah. And so like if you were the kid that had the Game Gear case filled out, you felt like you were a fucking god because nobody else
Totally.
had everything in there. Yeah. So the only thing we didn't have in there was the little like the glass like mirror piece that goes over the top. Like we didn't have that at first. And I have one now, but like back then it was just cool walking around with that thing. Like you have the
once you have that magnifier, you can't go back to playing it normal.
Yes, it's luxury.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no more slumming it out with your regular vision.
No, I loved when I finally got one I got the better one when I had the Game Boy, when it had the light switch on it, and it was like, man,
it's backlit.
yeah. Well, this magnifier, so the Game Boy wasn't backlit, but the
both.
Magnifier had a light built into it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, which was
Nice.
awesome.
Well, very cool. Who wants to share next?
I can go. So I was thinking about this ever since we first got the idea to do the side stitch when picking your favorite consoles. So I was kind of put on the spot for the past 5-10 minutes with trying to pick one. And a few crossed my mind. Like I remember like getting the 64. I did have like the classic Christmas 64 kid experience of being really excited about it. I remember the PlayStation 2 was the first console I ever bought with my own little kid money. So that was pretty cool.
That's
and
cool.
Then there was like just the PS3, which has like the Uncharted series came out on for the most part, which I absolutely love playing. But I think the system that I'm really taking as my favorite is probably the Nintendo DS.
Nice.
And
so solid.
And it was solely due to the experience of living with Chelsea.
And for sure. It was,
all the times we fucking had playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the hours we sunk into that. Do you remember how like we figured out how to freaking clone Pokemon with the World Trading System?
Yes,
with our
I
router?
do. We, ladies and gentlemen, were hackers.
we fucking knew like we'd watch. Okay, we put the thing on the World Trading Center, and then after like we could watch the router blink.
We watched
twice.
for beeps on our router, flashes of light on our router.
And we knew that after the second beep, you could just fucking turn off your DS, and then it'd be like, wait, I fucking put it up there, but I'm not done taking it off here. I guess I'm just leaving it in both spots now.
Yeah, it was amazing. And it worked every time. It's not like this is a thing that works 75% of the time, or it like works, but it barely works. No, bitch worked every fucking time.
Wow.
We had a ring of like cloned Eevee, like cloned shiny Eevees that we would go. I think fucking what website we used, was it Cerebi.net? We'd go and like we'd go like trading posts like, hey, we've got these shiny Eevees. Who the fuck wants them?
We were trading Pokemon fucking on the World Wide Web like crazy motherfuckers. Like it was insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't your first Pokemon crime.
No.
Correct?
No, I mean this was my this was my first Pokemon crime.
Last time I gave you a pass, and now I am low.
Now you are sensing a pattern.
Mastermind.
This is a serial Pokemon thief.
We did have a Facebook group called Team Rocket Whitewater Division.
Excuse me, that bitch is still
there. It's still
there, and we're all members, and by all I mean like all 8 of us.
And we post once a year.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah.
But on top of our rigging the system of putting Pokemon, just the amount that we played all the time. Like we figured out how to IV train our Pokemon. We would like fucking spend hours on ends of like, we're gonna try and hatch a Pokemon with the right moves and the right like kind of like the right nature in the game so that it would like boost like certain stats over the others. And we knew to like fucking put a Magmortar as your Pokemon in your party so it would decrease the hatch time needed. And we just looked into all of these fucking things in the game to make it like work to our advantage. And
we
that
made
was
the perfect Pokemon.
We fucking
like
did.
Seriously, there are people out there, and you just like turn the game on, you play it like normal. Your team is your team. Like you catch one of one thing, and like, yep, that's my guy. Let's go. No, like you can play it that way, or you can play it hard.
Yep.
And that's what we fucking did. Like,
so yeah, we fucking made like fucking national tournament level like strong Pokemon.
Seriously,
like, people like we're gonna fuck shit up if anyone ever wants to throw down.
This is like the discovery of penicillin, but like you're not releasing it to the public.
Yeah,
like, you're just keeping it yourself.
We did nothing with it. That is the other really funny thing. Like we had legitimate tournament level fucking Pokemon, and we never did anything with them unless it was to trade it off to somebody out there because they were too lazy to build it themselves, but they wanted to be in tournaments. And then that's what we do. Then we would get other crazy like rare or shiny or like things that we couldn't get otherwise. We would just sell
do that.
our beefed out Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like the trainers. I guess.
Yeah, the most we would do is we'd fucking take them into the battle tower and just get battle points so we can spend them on like better like items.
Better items to help us crank out tougher, stronger, better.
Yeah.
If there was a multiverse, I just have to wonder like what the butterfly effect had to be for you guys to become supervillains. Because I mean,
I know
it's like it's just like one like a cat whisker like hits your leg and all of a sudden
if they had used those Pokemon in a tournament.
Yeah.
I think that would have done it. They would have felt so powerful.
The power would have overtaken us.
Yeah. They would be our masters right now. They would rule the entire Earth. And it might be better.
Or
you know what? It wouldn't be worse.
At the very least, we would have ended up with like weird guest spots in the Detective Pikachu movie as the villains. So like,
oh my god,
like,
oh my god,
these are the two fuckers that like ran the GTS into the ground and like fucking destroyed everything in the tournaments because they're fucking crazy ass Pokemon they made. Yeah. And they had no qualms over crushing everyone. And they weren't nice about it either. So they're villains in this movie.
Yeah. Yep, that's fine. It's totally fine. We've expressed many times that we don't relate to Ash and that we do relate more to like Jesse and James and such.
Yeah,
so
Giovanni,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, well, at the least we're Gary fucking Oak. Come on.
Yeah.
No, at the very least, you guys were probably making like bootleg liquor in your bathtub for all I know during college. I mean, holy
you know
shit
what?
here.
I do know people that did brew beer actually in their bathtub. But you know what? He owns
he
owns a very successful brewery now. So
okay.
No,
That's good.
we won't name names because we don't want to know if it's still being made in a bathtub.
it is not. Rest
That's
assured,
good.
no longer
the
being
spot.
made in a bathtub. FDA
Well,
approved.
I will jump in because I still actually play this console. It's a handheld console.
Nice. All 3 handhelds. Wow.
Yep.
You guys have places to be.
Yep. So one of my favorite consoles here is the PlayStation Vita, and
Nice.
it was not one that everybody had, of course.
It was one no one had, actually.
I know. I know. But yeah. Almost everywhere you went with that thing, someone's like, "Hey, what is that? Is it just
is that thing? Yeah.
Is that just a big cell phone?" It's like, no, it's a fucking Vita. Like, back off. Shit.
Isn't that a type of dog?
I met a woman named Vita, okay? And yeah, playing Vita is a lot different around that lady. But hey, here's the thing. The reason why I love the PlayStation Vita so much was because for the size of this thing, I mean, it like you can't see this when I'm showing them my cell phone. Like the Vita is like the same size of this cell phone that I have right now. And what I loved about it was, despite the size of this thing, the graphic intensity and just what they were able to do with games on it. I mean, you were basically playing like PlayStation 3 graphics tuned up a little bit, and you could take it anywhere you wanted to go. Like it looked beautiful, the games that you were playing on there. And so if there was a game that you were playing on like the PlayStation 3 or even the PlayStation 4 at that point in time, there was likely going to be the Vita version, which looked pretty good in comparison. And so the big thing for me though with the Vita and why I loved it so much was because it came into my life at a time when I was hunting down trophies quite a bit because of the PlayStation Network. So for me, if I bought a game, because I wasn't making very good money at that point in time, so I was like, I gotta stretch the dollars a little bit here. And if I found a game that I could play on the PlayStation and on the Vita, likelihood was that they would have separate trophy lists, and I could double up achievements. But you still have to play the full game on each one. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's like, okay, yeah, you know what you're doing. So that's why I really, really love this, was because I mean, I could be taking a break at work and I'm still like just pounding through trophies. But the real big feature for the Vita, and this is why I still love it to this day, is that you can do remote play on your PlayStation 4 with it. So as long as you get a strong enough internet connection, you can still play your PlayStation 4 and no matter where you went. So
it has analog controls.
Like on the back of the Vita, you actually have like touch controls that mimic aspects of what the PlayStation 4 controller can do.
Wow, that's cool.
So I could go anywhere and still be playing my PS4 if I wanted to. And so like for me, the Vita was like, it was an essential thing to take with me when I left my house. You know, I've got my phone, wallet, keys, and Vita, you know. And so
really cool. Why did this not do better?
I think it was real expensive, like really expensive.
I guess like for a handheld, it's probably as much money as just like a regular console.
Right. Like, and so at the time there were other consoles, handheld consoles that were out, and they were just dramatically cheaper. And so, you know, like Nintendo. Nintendo won that round. Yeah. And so, I mean, some people had them, and absolutely they had a ton better capabilities than like the Nintendo product of the time. But it's like parents were like, yeah, fuck no.
I think it was
everybody who I saw, like I used to see around when that was like out or whatever, I used to be in the subway a lot, and people would often play handheld consoles and so on. And that is the one that I would see a lot. It was always, you know, somebody like older, definitely working, bought it for themselves, you know. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it was like at least a $200 handheld. It might have even been like $250 when I bought mine. So definitely a very expensive piece of hardware that had a lot going for it. But unfortunately,
you already bought the kid a console. So yeah. Like my parents tried to get away with just getting the Game Gear, so it was the opposite thing.
Yeah.
All right, Chelsea, what have you got?
Gosh, this is so hard for me. Although I have a lot of really, really great handheld consoles, I am not going to be picking one. I am stuck in between the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo GameCube, actually.
Oh, the lunchbox. Yeah.
And I think, like, obviously with Super Nintendo, there's games that I know there's games on there. They're so classic. I love them so much. But I feel like I don't know, when I really came into like maybe my gaming prime where it was me discovering games on my own versus like having to consume the content that I love, but that like was either bought by my like brother or my mom or something like that. So I totally have to pick the GameCube, like just hands down. And I know, yeah, and it kills me because it's a console that for whatever reason, like didn't perform super well for Nintendo. Like it was kind of considered a bit of a flop, which I think it has a lot of critical acclaim now. But then it didn't. And it just absolutely blew my mind because there were so many games on there that were just absolute like excellent additions into the Nintendo franchise. Like it just crazy. I mean, you've got, oh my God, like Ocarina of Time, or I'm sorry, that was from, Ocarina of Time. I'm all over the place right now. Which was absolutely amazing. And obviously we talked about Zelda in the past, so I don't need to go there, but like even down to the Mario Party games, like I remember like Mario Party 5, that game was so effing amazing.
Yes.
And it was hard. You played like the new Mario Party games now, like they're fun, but they're super, super quick and they are so freaking easy. There's no real punishment at all.
Yep.
Mario Party 5 on the GameCube was a beast. Like you if you weren't good and if you were playing on like a high difficulty, obviously, like those computer characters could fuck your day. I mean, and again, if you were lucky enough to have 4 people playing at one time, like on the console, that was just absolutely nuts too, and could end in like real friendship ending conflict.
I mean, that's I think one of the best parts of it, though. Like, it's like, PlayStation 2 was around. It's like, it's cool, but you didn't build as much memories as when you were playing a 4-player game with a bunch of people and just, and they had that on other systems, but they were the best on that.
The memories I have from like my earliest Mario Party, Mario Kart memories. Well, I mean the Super Nintendo was like my first Mario Kart, but like the GameCube memories from Mario Kart and Mario Party, like the most of them I have came from that era. Like I was playing a shitload of Mario Party on the GameCube.
Has the best Mario Kart in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I really like the 64. I liked like Double Dash on the GameCube. But
I'm mainly only talking about for multiplayer.
Oh, gotcha. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That makes a big difference too.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at the end of this, we do need to give an honorable mention, at least to the Super Nintendo, and I'll explain myself for a moment.
Sure.
Not that I need to, but I'll explain it for a couple of reasons. For one, if you walked into a Sears department store at any point during the early to mid 90s, I knew what I was doing. My mom was going to go like make me try on like 40 pairs of jeans and we'd only buy one. And I was like, fuck this. My catharsis is that goddamn Super Nintendo. I'm going over there.
There's Yoshi.
Yes.
And
and
the first time I saw Yoshi was in a Sears.
Yes.
And then he runs away from you, and you're like, no!
Come back, I love you! What are you doing?
Well, it felt like Sears kept the Super Mario World on rotation for quite a long time. Like, you would walk in there, and it would be Super Mario World. But then there was a shift when Donkey Kong Country came out, and then it was Donkey Kong Country everywhere.
God, I love them.
Yeah. So like for me, like that was like quintessential, you know, you go to the mall, what do? You're going straight to fucking Sears.
Yeah.
I actually only played Super Mario World in Sears until I got a Super, like, kind of going, like, I did not get Super Nintendo until Donkey Kong Country came out. And that was actually because my dad had played Donkey Kong when he was a kid and saw that game and wanted it. So I was more of a Sega kid, which, you know, I'll always still like more, had the majority of the games for and everything. And I just know it better. But because of that, Donkey Kong Country was like, you know, the first SNES game I really got to know.
Yeah.
And man, that changed my opinion of it really fast. For years, I just kind of like watched my friends play it, and I was like, like, I don't like this as much. Like, I don't really like some of these games that they were playing. I wasn't super into RPGs back then, which are kind of like the dominating aspect of that system.
Sure.
But then you play Donkey Kong Country, and like the music, the visuals. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the hidden creatures that you get to ride on the backs of, that you can collect all of their effigies.
I actually play the game a lot now. I have like an SNES Mini, and that's like one I'll just toss on, just like to chill.
Oh man, there was a time when I played Donkey Kong Country blindfolded.
Oh yeah, same.
Even the
still hit all
levels,
the
come on.
Okay, the first one, the only issue on the first one is that first jump where like you go straight down.
Go down and then you have to go up.
Yeah, yep. And then
talk. I was yelling at that level like 6 months ago.
That's hilarious. Oh my god!
At the top of my lungs, like I jumped over it. But you hit like a little bit of the fucking thing, and oh my god!
It's been 25 years, and I still hate you.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We actually brought that game out like a couple of weeks ago, and we're playing, and man, I remember being a lot better. Like, it was struggle. It was hilarious.
Which game?
Donkey Kong Country, the original one. Yeah.
I still love
Nintendo. It. I love it, but it was like, I wouldn't. Oh, I'm gonna have to go collect lives. Like, it was not.
So if you're not used to it, I could see it being like that.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I've played it so many times that it's a comfort game for me now.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
kind of like Super Mario 3 on NES is like, I will just play that game. I won't even skip anything. I will just fly through the entire game, and I just play it to relax.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. Well, Doug, we were always happy to have you, and we appreciate you joining us here. And for folks that are going to be sticking around this week,
I have so much fun with you guys.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we look forward to having you when we talk about some arcade games, folks, coming up later this week. So stick around. We're going to keep talking some gaming. But yeah, dude. It's great to have you.